Hey everybody, welcome on back. Big Ben 1542 back here yet again with another video. Today we're going over the Overwatch 2 patch notes from January 9th. Pretty big stuff, not gonna lie. Strap in and get ready for these pretty awesome notes. Starting off here, we can see that we have a new season event coming up, the Year of the Dragon. Obviously Chinese New Year is coming up. We're having Mischief of Magic coming back. The good old prop hunt game mode that everybody actually enjoyed, and I did as well. It's pretty fun. It's a great game. But this time it's coming back with Lijiang Tower, the night market map. So they're also bringing back the fan favorites of Capture the Flag and Bounty Hunter Blitz, which I never really played them. I'm not much of a Capture the Flag fan, and also Bounty Hunter Blitz, not much of a fan either. But you know, hey, it's fun. If you like that, then it's coming back, which is cool. But down to the fun stuff. The good old changes, the buffs and the nerfs. This season, the rest of Season 8 is gonna be pretty wild. So starting off with Malga's changes, base health increase from 250 to 300, armor decrease from 250 to 300, his ammo decrease from 350 to 300, kind of help with those long team fights, kind of, not really. Everything else kind of helps more so with that. So his life steal on his cardiac overdrive decreased from 70 to 60%, and cooldown increased from 10 to 12 seconds. So he'll be getting less healing, which hopefully, I wouldn't exactly say hopefully, but may be enough. That 10% less and that 2 extra seconds cooldown. We'll see. Cage Fight no longer grants him infinite ammo, which is great because he was just being able to hold your triggers down the entire duration of that was a bit much, not gonna lie. But it does reload his weapons at the start of the cage fight. Jeez.
Some kind of mistake. I didn't sign up for a cage match.
But Berserker overall conversion rate decreased from 60 to 50%, so he'll be getting less overhealth as you charge in and actually do damage, which will also be helpful. Next up, we have Orisa. Now this is gonna be crazy. Her augmented fusion driver no longer does damage fall off. You can do as much damage up close as you do from sniper's distance. So, you know, that's cool. More effective than a lot of people from range, like Cassidy. But now her Fortify also, if she is affected by Malga's incendiary damage, and he uses his when Malga uses volatile chain guns, it'll no longer do critical damage to her, so it'll just be flat damage from now on. The rest of Season 8 is looking to be Year of the Horse instead of Year of the Dragon. That's gonna be crazy. I don't know how I feel about that. We'll see. Tori's gonna be happy because Tori mains Orisa, so I guess that's good. Roadhog. Next up is Roadhog. So we have Take a Breather. The amount of health healed is going to be reduced from 500 to 450. We'll see if that really makes a difference in the big fights. Kind of hard to tell. And the cooldown between usages increased from 1 to 1.5 seconds. That will definitely be helpful. That's for sure. Next up, we have Sojourn. Her gradual energy no longer decays below 25%. That is also pretty crazy. Now, if you have a 25% charge, that charge will no longer decay. If you have anything above 25% charge, it will decay down to 25%. So you will basically always have 25% charge. Next up, we have Sombra. So for her stealth, to kind of mix it around a little bit, her grace period where stealth can be cancelled immediately after entering it increased from 0.5 to 0.75 seconds, which will help if you didn't want to exit out of stealth. You know, her cooldown now pauses at 1 second while capturing or contesting objectives compared to the 1.5 seconds. And after spawning in, it will be 1 second instead of the 1.5 seconds of you going to stealth mode, which definitely helps you get out faster and not looking like a dum-dum. just slowly walking to the exit. Poor Ana, getting nerfed yet again. Her biotic grenade is going to be reduced and cooldown from 3.5 to 3 seconds. Ana's biotic grenade effect duration is going to be reduced from 3.5 to 3 seconds. So you'll have even less purple time, which is a good and a bad thing depending on who you are. Malga's going to be happy because Malga won't be purple for long. Same with Roadhog. So I guess if you're Roadhog or Malga main, there you go. Congratulations. Next up is Yari. Pretty useful, I'd say. Her solar rifle primary fire charge gain is no longer paused by secondary fire, nor channeling captive sun, and the ammo is increased from 14 to 16 shots. So what this means is if you shoot once at full charge and you immediately go to healing somebody, your primary charge will still charge up instead of pausing like it did before. So you'll still be gaining energy as you're healing somebody, which is great. And the captive sun now fully refills secondary fire resource and resets overheated status. Jeez. And remove the damage falloff penalty on the stun strike explosion. So you'll be getting full damage in the explosion radius of it. Fully refilling secondary fire is pretty nice. You can just immediately heal your teammates before going in, use up all your resource, activate your ult, and you'll have full resource again. It won't be overheated. It's fantastic. Next up we have Life Reaver, again buffing his projectile speed, going from 70 to 80 meters per second. So you won't have to lead your shots as much as you did before. So you'll be aiming a little bit, closer to the target instead of further ahead. And the pedal platform, it can no longer be pierced by projectiles like Orisa's javelin, which is nice. So you'll actually be safe up there from those. That's really about it. Now we're gonna look at something that's brand new. Today, January 12th, we also got another little notes. There'll be something after this to go with all this as well. So starting off here, we now have quicker play, is what they're naming it, instead of the usual kind of somewhat slow pace game. We're gonna have 75% decreased respawn times. Payloads in escort and hybrid maps will move 60% faster. Taking control of the objective point in hybrid is 40% more than normal. Taking control of the objective point in control is 40% faster than normal. And scoring the capture progress percentage is 80% faster. Taking control of the objective point in flashpoint is 20% faster than normal. And scoring the capture progress percentage is 40% faster. Like, it's gonna be crazy. Like, the game's gonna be flying by. These changes will only apply to all players who play in the roll queue and open queue quick play modes during the duration of the event, and will return to normal after January 14th. Comp play and arcade modes are not affected by these changes, which is good. So, if you're looking for more faster paced games, here you go. I think that this is just them testing things out, I guess. But next up we have this director's blog here. Pretty crazy stuff. This is going over the possibility of the future of Overwatch and all the gameplay and whatnot. Again, some pretty crazy stuff here that I've seen. It's talking about how Overwatch should evolve over the years and whatnot. Talking about how the reliance of teammates can simultaneously be one of the best and worst attributes of our game, which I agree with. You can get stuck with some teammates that are a little lackluster, some that don't really know what to do. I personally got in a few games where I've definitely had like newer people on my team, which I'm not complaining about. I just wish that there was something that I could do to kind of like help out a bit more, because most of the times I'm like doing the best I can, which just isn't enough. Again, 5v5, if one of your teammates is brand new and they don't know what they're doing, it's kind of hard to like fill that role, especially if you're a tank. There's talk the on-screen player health indicators that they use for PvE events. The health bars on the bottom left of the screen to like show you like the health of your teammates. There's talk of having that implemented into the game in PvP, which I think would be pretty cool, for supports especially. Not really sure about, any other kind of roles. It might just be too much UI for the other roles. But for support, it could definitely help. Alright, so obviously, Season 9, we're getting that new comp system coming out, which I cannot wait for. That's the reason why I'm not playing comp right now, is because I need that new comp system before I start playing anything in comp. So, the biggest thing, pretty crazy. Both tank and damage heroes will get a modified, tuned-down version of the support self-healing passive. Whoa. Now, that will be insane. And that's going to be in Season 9, by the way. Just think of that. That's crazy. We'll have to see how bad the self-healing is, I guess. Hopefully it won't be too much, but we can only tell when we actually get in there. So I guess we'll see how things go. But yeah, that does it for the video. That's all the interesting things that I could find. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy it, please consider leaving a like, maybe even a comment. Let me know what you think about the patch notes, what you think about the changes, what you may not like about the changes. Because I'm not looking forward to going back to Season of the Horse again, but I'm sure some people are. Some people probably missed Orisa. But hey, also, if you like the video, leave a comment and maybe consider subscribing. I would greatly appreciate it. It would mean a lot to me. Have a good one, fellas. I'll catch you again next time. Bye.